Morning, everyone. Welcome back to another exciting day of mathematics. Whoop, whoop. How's everybody doing? Good? Yes, Mr. Q. All right, good. Warm-up number 25 is on the screen. That shouldn't take you long. See how you do with that, and then we'll go over it really quick. Today we're moving on to, everybody go like this really quick. Bear with me, because it's going to be one of those days. Right? All right, let's go with number 1. Let's see. Okay. There it is. Number 1, what'd you get for number 1? Andrew, go. What is it? Uh-huh. Isn't that negative 15? Yes? Okay. Hands if you got that. Close! Tell you never what they forgot. And let me remind you. See if they remember. What is I squared? Tell you never what I squared stands for. Bah. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I missed it? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Thank you. I did that on purpose. See if you're paying attention. I'm telling you, I got this. Negative 1 there. So negative 15 times negative 1, that's positive 15. Then we have plus 12i plus 99. Combine like terms. What is 15 plus 99? That's 114. And at the end, we write plus 12i. The I always goes at the end because this is what? Write it underneath. A complex number. Complex numbers always have I at the end. All right. Number 2. Andrew, pass someone. Selena, what'd you get for number 2? Negative what? 8x squared minus 2x plus 1. Hands if you got that. That is correct. All right. So, number 3, I just want the factors. By now you should know the process. Factors for number 3. Tell your neighbor, and then Selena's going to pass it to someone. Tell your neighbor the factors for number 3. Factors for number 3. All right, Selena, pass someone. Anthony, D, what you get? 4x minus 2 and x minus 3. There's 3 factors. Hands if you got that. That is correct. From the corner, let's go. That's a dunk right in. All right, let's go to number 5. I'll come back to number 4. Yes, I got you. Number 5, share with your neighbor what x is. X is equal to what for number 5? Anthony will pass it to someone. All right, Anthony, pass someone. Who? Anthony E. What'd you get for number 5? Let's go. Hands if you got that. That is correct. All right, let's go to number 4. I'm going to go over number 4, yeah? All right, here it goes. Let me make some space really quick. And I'm going to bring the identities in because we're going to need them to continue. Some of you stopped short, kind of like if you're running like a marathon and there's a finish line and you are there, and you just stop before you hit that finish line. Come on. All right, here we go. Let me make some space here. All right, here we go. First, when you have a polynomial, what are the first things we check for? Standard form, yes. Is there a GCF? No. Therefore, how many terms? 4. That means we need to group them 2 at a time. All right. Next, we check for GCF again for each pair. GCF for these two was 27, and both of them have an x cubed. So 27 x cubed, so we're left with an x, plus 54 divided by 27, that is 2, and the x cubed, we took that one out. Okay. Next, what divides negative 64 and negative 128? Negative 64, and that leaves us with x plus 2. So far so good, yes? Yes, Mr. Q. All right, good. What's the same here and here? X plus 2. What's left over? That with that. 27x cubed minus 64. Some of you stop right there. Hands, have you got up to right there? Okay, good. However, we're not done. You're like, no, this was part of the home plate, right? So, what is the red flag here, guys? The negative and the what? And the cube. Therefore, here we go. Can I take the cube root of 27x cubed? One number times itself gives us 27. 3 times. 3 times 3 is 9 times 3, 27. One number times itself 3 times gives us x cubed, x. All right. Let's see if we can do that with this one. What is cube root of 64? One number times itself 3 times gives us 64. Man, you remind me of me in kindergarten. All right, here we go. 4. There it is. So, yes, that means that what? We have difference of what? Cubes. So now that we found our x and our y, which one does this look like? Cube, cube, and a negative? It would be that one. So I'm going to write it underneath. X cubed minus y cubed equals parentheses x minus y times x squared plus xy plus y squared. However, instead of x, according to here, what am I going to use, everyone? 3x, yes. And instead of y, what am I going to use? 4. So anywhere you see an x, you write 3x. Anywhere you see a y, you write 4. So let me write the 4 first. There, there, there. And anywhere I see an x, I'm going to write what? 3x, 3x, 3x. Okay. Squared plus that times that plus 4 squared. And once again, guys, this is just patterns. It's not like anything that you need to be multiplying like extensively. So can I simplify the binomial? No. That is 3x minus 4. Next, what is 3x squared? 3x times 3x is? Thank you, sir. 3x times 3x is 9x to the second plus, what is 3x times 4? 12x. All right, 12x plus, what is 4 squared? 16. And are we done? No. What was the first thing that we started with? What factor? X plus 2, so bring that down. X plus 2. And I think that's the only thing I kind of like did not finish off yesterday's problem. However, today we see it, and these are my factors, 1, 2, and 3. So make sure when you're finding your grouping, factoring, and then from there you find your factor, double check to see if there's a difference of squares, difference of cubes that you can extend to the next step. Okay? Yes, Mr. Q. All right, good. So with that said, Agenda for today, warm-up number 25, dividing polynomials. Oh yeah, we're moving on from factoring to division, which is pretty much the same thing, but different processes. And tonight's home plate, play sheet 6.5C, numbers 1 through 8 only. And then I posted a little reminder on the top left. It says tutoring reminder, Tuesdays through Fridays after school. It's free. Ooh, let's go. Just again, reminder, I usually don't tutor outside of school, believe it or not. Isn't that crazy? That's good, right? Clarissa, at the end, remind me to give you that. Yeah. Yeah, at the end, just remind me to get this. All right. All right, we good? So, Nearpod code for this presentation, here it goes. T8RUP, T8RUP. All right. And get your home plate in front of you. I'm going to take a couple of questions from the home plate before we get started, and also make sure you turn that in on Canvas as we are going over that. A couple questions. Any questions on the home plate? Bless you. Yes. Oh, really? Oh, okay. Did you go to the YouTube channel? Okay. So guys, whenever you are, you write down a code and maybe you wrote down a different number or a letter, go to YouTube. The video lesson I upload every day, just about, and it should be, the code should be in the video lesson. For example, let me illustrate. Give me a second. You guys see my background on Google? Let's go, bam! And believe it or not, that's my actual classroom. I made it into a cartoon. You guys notice that? Yeah. Oh, I got skills. Anyways, go to YouTube, type in 23 Mr. Q. Sends you to my YouTube channel, which is this one. See the Jedi Master with numbers? Yes. Not a hacker. It's a Jedi Master, yes. And then you go to videos, latest. And what's the latest? Oh, difference in sums of cubes. All right. However, in between, you're going to see some statistics, also lessons, because I have both. So, you know, unless you want to learn statistics, there you go. All right. So with that said, questions? Any questions? No? Geniuses. Let's go. Right? Am I right? Am I right? All right. So tonight's home plate, it's only 8 problems. There they are. You have the code. All right. So get a Cornell note ready. And our objective for today, I can divide polynomials. I can divide polynomials. I can divide polynomials. Do we need a Fair model? No? Taking over the definition for polynomials? You're like, Mr. Q, you've been like hammering this forever. Of course. You get home and then they're like, what would you like to eat? Can I get some polynomials? Hook me up some polynomials. So yeah, polynomials, what are they? Monomials, or somewhere different than monomials. We know what they are, we know what they're not, and so on and so forth. Yes? Yes, Mr. Q. All right. So, takes us to today. We've been talking about division of polynomials, but we called it what? Factoring. Let me repeat that again. We went to division of polynomials, but we call it what? Factoring. Okay. Today I'm going to take you back in time. Ready? All right, kids. And you are in, I want to say, 2nd grade or 3rd grade. Remember the sloppy joes and all that stuff? Yeah? The little cartons of milk and all that fun stuff. Yeah? Line up. No? Anyway, here it goes. All right, kids. We're going to do division today. Guys, different types of ways of writing division. 26 divided by 3. Just pay attention. Write your utensils down, look up to the screen. 26 divided by 3. Or long division, your favorite. Now, some of you keep having a difficulty finding out which one goes inside. So, a way that I remember I used to tell people to remember the fraction I'm telling you, I got skills. Let's go. There's 3 blocks. I'm going to put the 26 on top, the bar right there, and the 3 down here. So imagine I have a little cousin. I'm pretty sure you guys have a little cousin that's always bugging. You guys don't have that kind of cousin? No? Or a little person in your life? Anyways, and this person's name is Anthony Q. They walk by and they push the blocks over. Which one's going to be the farthest away that way, if they push it that way? The 26. And then what falls after? The bar. And then what's the last one standing? The 3. That's the way to remember how to set up your long division. Let's go. Now check this out. These have names. Look up. The 3 is known as the divisor. You're like, oh, I remember this. Oh, yeah. The number inside is called the dividend. And then when we get started with our division, check this out. How many times does 3 fit into 2? None. How about into 26? It fits in there 8. 8 times 3, that's 24. And then we're going to subtract. 26 minus 24 is 2. The 2 is known as the remainder. And the 8, the solution to a division, is known as the quotient. Quotient. Is it coming back? Some of you are like, Mr. Q, we know all this stuff. All right? Copy this piece. Type of division, and then just copy this one, long division. So you can have the footprints or the blueprints. You're like, uh-oh, what are we doing, Mr. Q? Oh, yeah. Yeah, this is elementary stuff. Come on, guys. Let's go. I think we got it, yes? So look at it once again. Look at this one. Look at this one. Which is the number that goes outside of the long division? The 3. The 3, the 3. Yes? All right. So, if I was to give you, let's say, 23 divided by 5. Question. Which one goes inside? Which one goes outside? Tell your neighbor, please. Which one goes inside? Which one goes outside? All right. Marty, which one goes inside and which one goes outside? Okay. 23 goes inside, 23 Michael Jordan, and outside is the 5. I said Marley, but thank you, Martin. Yeah, appreciate it. My bad, I need to use my pronunciation more clearly. My bad. All right. Any questions on the setup? Pretty straightforward? All right, let's do that, but with polynomials. Copy this. Example number 1. Woo! Reels you guys in. Pretty good, right? Divide using long division. 3x cubed plus 22x squared plus 37x plus 10 divided. x plus 5. Copy that. I'll guide you completely through this, and then we'll do one together. Okay? Yes, Mr. Q. Yeah, come on. Numbers, that's elementary stuff. Come on. Let's go. All right? So, very important. Ready? Very important. Very important. And one more time since it's recording. Very important. Tell your neighbor the first thing we check when we have polynomials. Very important. Yes, standard form. So at this time, you don't need your Chromebooks. Put them away, please. Stay focused. Okay. Here it goes. So I'm going to do everything tic-tac-toe just to make sure you got it. All right? So focus first, and then I'll have you copy after. Here it goes. Step 1, I'm going to check to make sure it's in standard form, but I'm actually going to write it out to make sure. Let's see, what degree is this one? This one is 3rd degree. This one is 2nd degree. This one is 1st degree. And this one is 0th degree. Do I have standard form from highest to lowest? Yes. Are there any degrees missing? Pay attention to the question. Are there any degrees missing? No. They're all there. 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay. Let me check the other one. What degree is this first term? 1. And this one? 0. Is it in standard form? Yes. Is there anything missing in between? No. Okay. We good up to right there? All right. So, now that we have standard form for both, I'm going to draw my division. Tell your neighbor which one would go inside. Which one goes inside? Since we already did it with numbers, now we can do it with polynomials, right? Which one goes inside? Martin. Yeah, what goes inside of the division sign? Very good. 3x cubed plus 22x squared plus 37x plus 10 divided by, what goes outside? X plus 5. Copy that. If you have your colors, make sure you have those ready. I'm going to be using different colors to make sure you see all the process. Okay? You need to borrow pens. I have colored pens over here, black, blue, and red. So, I'm going to do the entire process, then you copy right after. Okay? Here he goes. Writing utensils down, look up to the screen. I just wanted you to at least get that set up. So let's just recap the steps. What was the first thing we checked for? Standard form and if there's any missing degrees in between. Second, we set up our division. Now I can begin. Here we go. Look up. I'm going to use red for my quotient, which is on top. Okay, so writing utensils down, look up to the screen. Here it goes. All right. Question. What number times x gives me 3x cubed? Don't say it out loud. Think about it. What number times x gives me 3x cubed? All right, that number is 3x squared. Okay, hold your horses. You'll copy in a little bit. Here he goes. Now that I have it, I'm going to multiply this one times these two terms and write it underneath. Here it goes. What is 3x squared times x? 3x cubed. What is 3x squared times 5? That's 15x squared. Hold your horses. What do we do next? We subtract, Mr. Q, but look what I'm going to do. Pay attention to this part, because this is where some of you make a mistake. I circle my subtraction sign, and that reminds me to distribute the negative here and there. If you don't do that, you're going to forget, you're going to make a mistake. I'm just giving you a heads up. Therefore, What is 3x cubed minus 3x cubed? Cancel. What is 22x squared minus 15x squared? 7x squared. Woo. Copy that. Let's go. So, recap the steps one more time. Started with checking for standard form. If there's any degrees missing, we wrote our division. The first one goes inside, the divisor goes outside, and then we started by asking the question, what number times the first term gives us the first term of the dividend? And then we found it, multiplied both terms, wrote them there. Subtract, we distributed the negative to both, and did the subtraction. All right? Writing utensils down, look up to the screen. Here goes the next step. Focus, please. Well, remember long division, what did we do next? We brought down the next number. In this case, it would be what? 37x. So pay attention. You'll copy it in a little bit. Look up to the screen. Ready? Here it goes. Again, I go to the top, and I ask, what number times x gives me 7x squared? Tell your neighbor, what number times x will give us 7x squared? What is that number, everyone? Positive 7x. Write it up there, and let's finish the next step together. So positive 7x. So 7x times x is 7x squared. But we also need to multiply times the 5, right? What is 7x times 5? 35x. Draw your line down across, put the subtraction sign here, and what do we do right after that? Circle it, distribute to both terms. That's why you circle it, to remember to distribute. Therefore, what is 7x squared minus 7x squared? Cancel. What is 37x minus 35? 2x. Are we done? No, Mr. Q. We bring down the what? Plus 10. Bring that down. Let's do this next step together. Plus 10. And we start all over. Go to the top. Ask the question, what number times x gives us 2x? Positive 2. So put positive 2. So let's multiply. What is 2 times x? 2x. What is 2 times 5? Positive 10. We're going to subtract, which means what? I circle it, distribute the negative here and here. Therefore, what is 2x minus 2x? 0. What is 10 minus 10? So that means we have 0, and I'm going to put that in green, 0 remaining. Am I done? Pretty much. I just need the answer. What is the answer, Mr. Q? Well, the answer is in red. Our quotient is 3x squared plus 7x plus 2. This is what we call our what? Quotient. Woo-wee. You're like, oh, it's not that bad, not that bad. Yeah. From 1 to 5, how come are you up to right there? Yeah, 5 4s, 3, 5 4s. Yeah, 3 and a half. All right. Let's do another one. Yeah, let's do another one together. Copy this next one, please. Example number 1Q. And it reads 10x cubed plus 31x squared plus x minus 6, close parentheses, divided by x plus 3. All right. So let's do this one together. What is the very first thing I do? Brandon, Felix, first thing we do. Let's go. Standard form. So I want you to write it out. What is the degree on this one? 3. Degree on this one? 2. Degree on this one? 1. Degree on this one? 0. And ask a question. Is there anything missing in between? No, it's in order. How about this one? 1, 0. Standard form? Yes. Okay. Now we set up our long division. write it out, and then check with your neighbor, see if they wrote it exactly like yours. Maybe not as pretty, but that's okay. All right. You should have written inside 10x cubed plus 31x squared plus x minus 6. And outside, I'm going to do that in blue again, x plus 3, so that you remember that the divisor always goes outside. Hands if you did that up to right there. Okay, here goes the first question with red. What number times x gives us 10x cubed? Tell your neighbor. What number times x gives us 10x cubed? All right. Trinity, what number times x gives us 10x cubed? Let's go. 10x squared. So 10x squared times x is 10x cubed. 10x squared times 3 gives us 30x squared. Then what do, everyone? We subtract, which means what? You circle the subtraction to distribute here and here. Don't forget to do that, because that's going to remind you to do that. Therefore, what is 10x cubed minus 10x cubed? Cross out. What is 31 minus 30? 1x squared. Dominic, what do we do next? Let's go. Bring down the plus x. And we start all over. Question. What number times x gives us 1x squared? Tell your neighbor. What number times x gives us 1x squared? All right. Vianney, what number? Positive 1x. Make sure you write out positive 1x. So positive 1x times x is 1x squared. And 1x times 3, that is 3x. We're going to subtract, which means I circle the subtraction, distribute here and here, and I end up with this cancels. Question. What is 1 minus 3x? Negative 2x. That is correct. What do we do at the end, everyone? Bring down the what? Negative 6. Yes. And again, what number times x gives us negative 2x? Everyone. Negative 2, so that is negative 2x. Negative 2 times 3, that's negative 6. We're going to subtract. Circle the subtraction to distribute the negative here and here. Notice that I turned those negatives into positive. Yes? Therefore, what is negative 2 plus 2? Cancel. Negative 6 plus 6, cancel. And I'm putting green underneath the 0 and the letter r because that's my remainder. Therefore, what is our answer? Answer is 10x squared plus 1x minus 2. This is my quotient. Ooh-wee. From 1 to 5, how comfortable are you with that so far? 5, 4, it's a little bit better. 23, let's go. A little bit better, right? Yeah? All right. Shall we? Crank it up a little bit, yeah? Copy this one, please. Example 1 super cube. 12x cubed minus 19x squared minus 12x plus 4 divided by x minus 2. For this one, I'm going to give you a head start. Let's see how you do with the process. If you get stuck, look at the previous problem. Try to do it without looking at the steps, okay? Copy and go. Do me a favor, show your neighbor what you have so far, even if you haven't finished, just to make sure they started correctly. Show your neighbor. Bye. All right, let's see. First thing, you should have checked your standard form. You should have written a 3, 2, 1, 0. It is. There's nothing missing. 1, 0, nothing missing. Therefore, your long division, 12x cubed minus 19x squared minus 12x plus 4. All that divided by the divisor, which is x minus 2. Hands if you set up like that. Yes. Next. Start with our quotient. What number times x gives us 12x cubed? That is 12x squared. So 12x squared times x, 12x cubed. 12x squared times negative 2 is negative 24x squared. So far so good, yes? Then we subtract. I hope you didn't forget to circle it to remind you to distribute here and there. Notice that I changed that negative to a positive, yes? Therefore, this is 0. 24 minus 19, that is 5x squared. Hands if you're up to right there by yourself. Let's go. Bring the negative 12x down. And then I start all over. What number times x gives us 5x squared? That's positive 5x. So 5x times x, that's 5x squared. 5x times negative 2 is negative 10x. Where did that line come from? All right. So we subtract. Once again, I circle the negative to remind me to distribute here and here. Therefore, this cancels. Negative 12x plus 10x is negative 2x. Bring down the last term, which is plus 4. Okay? And from there, question, what number times x gives us negative 2x? Negative 2, so that's negative 2x. And negative 2 times negative 2 is positive 4. We subtract, which reminds us to what? Distribute this one here and there. And what do we know? That these cancel, and we're left with 0 remainder. Therefore, our quotient, or our cube, 12x squared plus 5x minus 2. Hands, have you got that by yourself? Oh yeah, we got this. Come on. We can have a pop party on this tomorrow. Let's go. We're like, I don't know. How about we crank it up a little bit? Yeah? Yeah, that's too easy, Mr. Q. Bring it. Bring it, Mr. Q. All right? Copy this. Example 1 super duper cube. 7x cubed minus 6x plus 9 divided by x plus 5. Wait for me on this one, because this one is a little bit different. Just a tiny bit. Not too much. All right? So, first thing we check. Danny. Yes. Third degree. What is this one? First degree. And this one? 0 degree. Is there anything missing? If you set it in order. 3, which one's missing? So I want you to write a 2 right in between and box it. And I'll tell you why right now. All right, let's go to the next one. What's the degree of this one? 1, and this one is 0. That is in standard form. Therefore, check this out. Let's do our long division. Here we go. What is our first term? 7x cubed. What degree is after 3, guys? 2. Do we have one? So we write 0x squared. Right? Since we don't have one, we just write 0 just to save the spot. What's next? Minus 6x, and at the end, plus 9. And then what's our divisor? X plus 5. So before I move on, tell your neighbor what not to forget about these type of problems. What not to forget. Don't forget to what? Don't forget to what? I'm going to put a little asterisk, a heart. Aww. Don't forget what? Tell your neighbor, don't forget what? I think Ryland's got it, but I'm going to go with Kimberly. Don't forget what, Kimberly? All right, help her out, Anthony D. Man, not saved by the bell, sorry. Don't forget. All right, guys, don't forget to what? Fill in the missing degree. Fill in the missing degree. All right? That pretty much covers it. Once again, we were at 4 and 5s. Enjoy your home play. See you guys tomorrow. Tutoring after school. Okay? Bye.